Is a wife analogous to the Holy Spirit? If a husband represents Christ to his wife, how does a wife represent God to her husband? When God was about to create Eve, he called her Adam's helper. The same Hebrew word for helper is used to describe God as our helper in several passages, such as Psalm 70, verse 5, and Psalm 121, verse 2. In fact, the role of a helper is such an important aspect of God's nature that it is a primary title given to a member of the Trinity. Jesus repeatedly called the Holy Spirit helper in John 14 through 16. The etymology of the Greek word used for the Holy Spirit in this passage means called to one side, just as Eve was taken out of Adam's side. The Holy Spirit may provide the best model for how wives relate to their husbands. Sometimes God relates to us as a king or a master. He gives specific commands and expects obedience. However, when God relates to us as a helper, it's different. A helper does not give commands. Instead, he gives counsel. He makes suggestions and offers support. He doesn't step out in front to lead. He comes alongside and encourages. This is an incredible aspect of God's nature. God is infinitely wise, so he could easily tell us exactly what to do in every situation. But instead, he comes in humility and offers assistance. When we dig our heels in and ignore the Holy Spirit's help, as we all have, he does not become resentful. He may be grieved, but he accepts our decision and doesn't abandon us. He stays with us and works to bring about redemption. He still tries to guide us into as much blessing as possible on the lesser, harder path we chose. God's ability to not hold a grudge over a bad decision, but continue helping us in humility, is truly amazing. My wife has modeled this to me many times. She knew deep in her heart that some choices I made were not right. She communicated it clearly and respectfully, and I wouldn't listen. Even though it affected her deeply, and even though I did not recognize I had done anything wrong for a long time, she did not become bitter. She continued to support me and encourage me. When the Holy Spirit speaks to our hearts, he is gentle and reasonable, not pushy and demanding. Have you ever noticed that? Even when he rebukes us or convicts us, we can feel that he loves us and wants what's best for us. Many times when my wife has spoken to me about things I didn't want to hear, I had that same feeling. I knew the Holy Spirit was speaking through her. The helper ministry may be the most beautiful, gentle, and humble way that God relates to his people, and the Bible designates this aspect of God's nature for wives to emulate as the most effective way to bless and guide their husbands. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out my free book available at the link provided. Thanks for watching.